Wait for this sucker to come up. Here we are. Those watching the replay, I am working on homecoming court mums and garters. Hey y'all, say hi when you come on so I can say hi back. Y'all, I'm trying to get stuff situated here. Hi Jamie, how are you? It's been one of those days, I'm telling you. I wanted to work on the Halo Mum tonight, but I'm not prepared for that. Working on an order. Me too. I was hoping to get them finished, but I completely forgot that I didn't buy garters. And I need to put that on my list to buy. So, but I can definitely get the mums done. Maybe. If I have enough backers. And if I don't, I have a template that I can use to cut them out. And I absolutely do not. Of course I don't. It'll be okay. What order are you working on, Jamie? This needs to go over here. I saw, you were telling Holler, somebody, that you did, you were doing shirts. Yeah, I'm just trying to get my mess cleaned up so I can actually get something done. I'm going to get my cardboard out because I can't do much of anything until I get some backers cut. And I'm just going to use my circle cutter to do that. I think these are 4-inch backers. Somebody else just came on. Yay. One lady contacted me through Facebook, and then she referred me to another lady. So 3 mid-sized mums. Summer Creek High School. You go, girl. This is a 4-inch backer. Yeah, these are in my way. So I have to get them done, and I need to remember how this thing works. There it is. Yep. You gotta hold still. This is a Fisker's circle cutter that I bought before I made my templates. And you can't even see what I'm doing. Let me go ahead and tilt it down because I'm just going to be working to get these out of my way so I can work on some other things. So basically you can actually dial it in. This has measurements on it. It's on the inside. You really can't see very well. And you just slide it and then tighten it up. I'm trying to get this onto my cutter because I do not want to cut my deal. And you just hold it down and turn it, and it cuts out your circle for you. Like I said, I'd already spent money on this before I made my templates. Super simple, and it's actually perfect. It's a little bit smaller. Did I not dial it in right? It'll work. It's fine. Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. I'm just going to cut a few so I can get going. And that did not cut all the way through. I did not push down hard enough. Really? It'll be okay. If y'all wouldn't mind, say hi when you come on. And I'm going to tell y'all, I think I'm going to go ahead and record my giveaway video and put it up. Because I want to trim that up a little bit. Because, like I said, if I don't get this stuff out, I'm going to have to use it. And that's not what I bought it for. And that just completely skipped over half of this thing. I said it works great, y'all, and then it's making a fool out of me. Summer Creek is maroon, which is one color I didn't have a lot of, so I had an emergency run to Hobby Lobby. So maroon is one color that I do have a lot of. Maroon and the Kelly green. And I actually have a lot of red, but I don't really use red. And see, that one cut perfect. And I don't know why I'm doing this right now, because I actually put all of my, the stuff that goes around the flower, I put that directly onto the ribbon backer on these mums, and just do this one to clean up the back. Because I don't use 3 boards on these. These are less expensive mums. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One more. I texted Hyla and TJ. And then I had to text him again and say, oh, I'm going to be late. Cody's truck has a check engine light on it, so he can't drive it to go pick him up. I'm just going to trim up this part where it messed up. And then I'm going to get this out of the way. And I don't get rid of these cut parts because I use those. Somebody just texted me. Yeah, the lady that's teaching my son how to drive. I will have to get back to her. Okay. I am going to be cutting a lot of ribbon. So I have 4 senior mums. And they are all going to be made the same way. And I'm actually going to attach around this for the, oh Lord, the back of ribbon. Need a drink. Did y'all see my custom cutouts, y'all? So stinking excited about those. They actually worked. I'm telling y'all, I was not ready to do this. I actually just got home. Let's start with some of these. And I'm going to make all of these at 6 inches. TJ, hey babe. And I'm going to use my dollar store rotary cutter, y'all, because it works fantastic. If you can remember, I'll clean up that edge. How to open and close it. 6, 12, 18, 24, and 30. Alright. I'm making a lot of these, so y'all, you know what? No. I changed my mind. I know what I'm going to do, and I'm going to do it different. Y'all just bear with me a second. I think I'm going to go ahead and cut these. 8 and 8 is 16. That's going to be perfect. Alright, I'm going to save these for the backs. And I'm going to cut these at 8 inches. Because instead of attaching them all the way around, I'm going to crisscross them. They're so cute. I did my first 6 layer cut out today to make a bulldog. Yes, I need to do some bulldogs too, because that's what we are in Waller. We're the bobcats here. But yeah, I'm still trying to find all of the stuff that I need. So I'm going to need 3 of these for each one. I think that will do it. Let me do 4. 4 for each mum head. Hey, Hyla's here. I am cutting 8-inch strips of this 1.5 inch. And instead of doing the normal points, I'm going to crisscross them because I'm not actually using another full backer for 1624. I'm not using a full backer, another full backer for my mum head. So I'm actually just attaching these to this. Or you can't even see what I pointed at. I'll show you in a minute. But I'm praising the Dollar Tree. I need 1 more set of 3 and then 4 more. So I need 7. I'm just trying to finish these up and get them out of my way. Because they're taking up a lot of space behind me. And if I can get them finished, I can get them up to the front room and work on something else. I like to work on a mum from start to finish and finish them, but there's, 7 mums, 7 garters to this, and they're all basically exactly the same except for colors. Okay. So that is 4, that's 4, that's 4, that's 3, I need 1 more. So, I had to do a tasting today. Got 4 different ones working on right now. Yes. I say I like to do it from start to finish. I also like to get my my braids done for as many as I can at one time too. Alright, I'm putting all of these together and doing a V-cut on them. This is not going to matter because it's going to be covered up. So I'm cutting through 8 layers right here. That works. Let me not do that many at a time. Let me just do 4 because I don't want to wrinkle them up. And this is an easy way for me to knock out these mums and the garters. Y'all, it's been a year since I've worked on them. So I've forgotten all of my time-saving things. Time and money savings. Because believe it or not, these mums are only like $35. So the amount of time and product I put in them is going to be a whole lot less than my $150 ones. And I haven't even put my order form out there yet, and I've got several orders. Everybody's like, are you doing mums? Of course I'm doing mums, y'all. Of course I am. Well, thank you. Yes, and Jamie said she did a bulldog today. Custom cutout. I want to see it. I'm folding these in half. That way when I go to staple them on, I know where the middle is. So it can cover right over that center hole. And I'll just take my scissors and poke right through it afterwards. Okay. I've only got one of my staplers out. We'll see how well that works. This one. Alright. So, it's been a while since I've discussed these. So this is homecoming court for my school district. They are very basic mums. Okay, and they pin them right here. Just there. Oh, thank you. So they pin them on. They're hanging from a sash, so they cannot be heavy. And they cannot be expensive either. So I just, instead of using a whole other backer, and this part right here, I'm going to have to take these off because they're in my way. And I'll just glue them back on later. Alright, so I'm basically going to crisscross these. And I know where the middle is, so I know they're even on both sides. And put a couple staples on each side. I'm going to stay away from the middle because I need to be able to put my my scissors through there and not have a staple to try to poke through. And then another crisscross. Like I said, I'm just making sure that they are right in that hole, so I know that they come out even. And I've got this entire back covered up. And that is a good base for the stuff that I'm about to put on here. Now I'm going to take my scissors and poke through. Oh, hey, Miss Kay. I was telling Jamie it's been a crazy day today. I had to end up going to pick up Matthew because Cody's truck, that hole is not working for me. Get my fiskers out here and just try to snip it a little bit. Matthew got out of theater practice right at 7:30. And we forgot that Cody's check engine light came on last night. So we now have to have his truck looked at. Okay, now I need to figure out how I'm going to dress these up. I think I want to put some glitter on them. And I need to remember that whatever I do to this one, I have to do to 3 more, so they have to be exactly the same. No, I'm not putting glitter on them. I'm going to use my silver zebra. And I think I'm just going to... I don't like that. Because of the V cut right there, I might have to put something on top of it. But I don't want to just... I don't want to just put some loops. I don't want to do that. But if I used something else, what should I put on here, y'all? Loops, bling. I'll tell you what. That's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to get my Yep. Let me grab my scrap bling. There we go. Let's see what we can put on these girls. I don't think I want that. Something to bling it up. Oh, I am using zebra. Look. Y'all, I'm crazy. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a bling in the 4 corners, and I'm only going to put 1. And I know I have enough of this. If I can get it cut. So, we have a company here in town. Y'all know a cater. And we have a business. It's not here in town. It's in Waller, actually, right up the street. I did not cut on the stupid... I did not cut on my glue gun. Okay. I'll start working on the next one. Anyway, it's called Daikin, which is, I think, the largest air conditioning company in the country. Pretty close to it. And, hey, Diana. I'm pulling those off because they're giving me problems. And they wanted me to do cookies, and they found out that I catered. So, y'all, I'm super, super excited. I did a tasting for them. That's why I was so late getting home and getting ready, because they just hired me for about $10,000 worth of work. I am so, so stinking happy. It was worth being late. And they were so nice. I thought they were going to be stuffy. Because I'm not fancy. Yes, Diana. That's going to be in 2 days. So a couple of caterings and 1,200 cookies. 1,200 cookies, guys. So, yeah. I'm happy. Bills and Christmas and stuff. Hey, oh, you were saying hey to TJ. I'm like, I thought we said hey to Miss K. I gotta move these out of the way. My glue gun heats up pretty quick. Anyway, yeah, so that's where I was. Giving them a taste. I had to run outside and take care of chicks. Yep, gotta take care of the chicken babies. I really want some chickens, but I know we've had this discussion before, but snakes are not the thing. I am going to need to hire some help. I've got a little girl that worked with me. A little girl. She's 19 now. But she started decorating cookies when she was 12 years old. And she came to work with me. I met her through the lady who does my hair. And she came to work with me, and I taught her some more stuff. And I'm not going to say about my experience because I don't want to jinx it. So, yeah, we're not going to talk about that. About snakes. We're just going to say I do not like them, and I'm going to leave it at that. But yeah, I've already got in contact with her, because initially it was supposed to be 900. And today they decided they needed 400 more. No, 300 more. So yeah. She's like, can you handle some more? And I'm like, yes, ma'am. I ain't gonna tell them no. I'm not gonna tell them no. I've been playing with my Hyla made me do it stuff. Making little things to go on some mums. And I hung my little Christmas balls on there too. But yeah, so I'm happy. That's not till November, but it is what it is. I know it's coming. Y'all, I make a mess when I craft. I'm just going to leave it at that. This is the last one of these, and hopefully my gun is hot enough. This does make a really good base to cover up everything. And you don't have to have an extra backer. I am going to do the halo mum. I'm just trying to work it out in my brain how it's going to work. I think I've got it. But I've never made one before. At least it wasn't my fault this time. Yes, Jamie. I've had these things in my craft room for probably 3 years to make them, and I just never stopped to make them. And you can only watch so many videos or so many different people making the same things. Some of them, like Hyla's, I have to watch over and over, you know, just to remember how to do stuff. But I would really like to come up with something new, you know. Alright, I'm getting these out of the way so I can work on this one. Okay. Right here. Now, what did I say I was doing? 4 corners with this bling. I'm not doing 4 corners, I'm doing the X. Right under the V. And 4. I put that one way too far down. Let me see if I can stretch it up there. And then I am going to take this and cut some 6-inch pieces. Do I need 6? No, I can cut them a little smaller. Let me see. Let me go ahead and just do them at 5. And I'm going to put 4 on each one. And like I said, y'all, these are inexpensive mums. So they're not going to be completely blinged out. They're going to be cute. And they're going to be enough. But I cannot go overboard on these. Or I will price myself out. Okay. To see that. Yeah, I like having other people to blame. And it's not like it's a bad thing, Jamie. It really isn't. So wherever I didn't put a bling, I'm going to put one of these silver and white zebra. And I'm just going to put it to where it comes right below where I'm placing them. Right below the V. So yeah. And I'm going to end up spending this weekend building. I'm a carpenter too, y'all. And this is the only part that might get a little sketchy. There we go. I think that's going to be okay like that. Let me pull a flower. Normally, before I get started, I have all of my flowers secured. Yes. Reining myself in is not something I do well. Let me go ahead and cut these in 3s. Because that's all I will need for these flowers. Let me put these up here, because I know I'll be using them in a bit. Yeah, I think all of those are the same. All I'll have to do on these, when I get the mum head in, you really can't see, I'll have to look at it in a minute, is put some trinkets on and put the back on. And these will be done, and I can move them up front. I'm just securing my flower. Everybody that's on here now, yeah, it's okay. It's so funny. It took me a long time to figure out what I want to be when I grow up. And honestly, I still don't know for certain. And I started doing these. I'm just securing the flower for those that don't know. I think it's a country girl thing. I get expensive quick, always having to hire somebody. Yes. Yes, ma'am. It's funny because my daddy was in construction, and I build stuff. If I want something, and we grew up poor, it was feast or famine. We either had a roof over our heads or we were living in a half-built house. And if I wanted something, like for my Barbies, y'all, I loved Barbies when I was growing up. We could not find a swimming pool, or we could not afford to buy a swimming pool. And I made one out of 2x4s in a trash bag. My Barbies had swimming pools because I built them one. But everybody, when they see the stuff that's built here, they're like, oh, did your husband make that for you? I'm like, no, ma'am. I made that for me. I asked for power tools for holidays. I'm going ahead and securing these, so once I get all this stuff done, I can just pop them in. Matthew started back to school on Monday, and I've been having to get up early, and my eyeballs, I'm having a hard time keeping them open, y'all. Y'all know I don't do mornings. I don't do people in the mornings. If I have my coffee cup in my hand, your mouth better be shut. My family knows this. Don't try to ask Mama nothing in the mornings. No mornings. So, yeah. Jamie, table saw. I have my dad's table saw. And that sucker is old. My daddy has been gone. How old am I? 93. He died in 93. So it'll be 30 years next year. And it's older than that. He used it for his business. So, yeah. Table saw, skill saw, miter saw, jigsaw. All the saws. Okay. I am going to pull this over. Is that dry enough yet? I forgot to put a little dab of glue inside there. Well, the thing about that is, Hyla, my husband borrows my stuff. I had all the tools whenever I came into the marriage. He had the kids in the house, and I had the power tools. I could change a tire. I could change my oil. Alright, let me get these out of the way so y'all can see. Jigsaw. Christmas before last. Oh, yes, ma'am. Like I said, love me some power tools. When I started working for the Walmart Supercenter, it was empty inside, and we had to build all the shelves. My husband made me a tool belt with my initials. Oh, how cool. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and put this through. And, y'all, I could have made several more out of my stems, but I didn't do it. Y'all know how long... It's been a year since I've made a daggum full mum, so y'all just bear with me. I guess all my glue dripped out. These Surebonders are supposed to be where they don't drip. And mine drip all the time. And I don't understand why. What did I do with my flour? There it is. Right through that hole that I poked in here. I think I'm going to have to put something else around this mum head because it's not showing up. Yeah, I'm not getting my... Did I just do that? I just glued my ribbon down onto it. So, yeah, you're not seeing enough of that. What can I put, y'all? I think I'm going to go ahead and glue underneath here. And go ahead and put my chains back on. And it'll sandwich it in between this and y'all can't see what I'm doing. Sorry. I just put a bunch of glue up in there. And I'm putting these beads back on that I took off. Yep, that end. And that's going to help hold down these. Tool, yes. It would have to be silver, though. I can put a couple in there. That wouldn't take very long. Let me go grab it real quick. I don't have silver. How do I not have? Yes, I do. I have this. Do I want to... How do I want to do this? Fold it. Yeah, I got to bring this to me. I'm stretching it out. And figure out what I'm going to do. I'm not being gentle with it either. I get frustrated with myself. I don't like how it's so wide. Cut this other piece. Y'all give me a minute to get my brain straight. Yes, that's it. Okay. I'll put a couple pieces on there. Like, you can't even see what I did, can you? It's not showing up very well. I'm sitting here talking to myself in my brain and throwing things. 2, 3, that's enough. And did I make that too big? I guess I did. I'm kind of folding it where it makes a V like that. And then squishing it together at the bottom and stapling. Is that too much? Is that not enough? I don't think that's enough, y'all. I just don't. That. It's just, it's too thin looking. It's just too thin. And I'm not enjoying that. Dang it. Let me do some more. I need to not look at this thing right now. Of course, I made them totally different sizes. Let me get out my little template thing here to get them all the same size. I made these for my ribbon. Silver tinsel. Do I have silver tinsel? Yes. Yes, thank you. I was trying to remember. That's what I'm doing. Do I have silver tinsel? Yes, I do. This big bulky or this with the little iridescent stuff on it? I don't know. Do I have enough of this? Yes, I do. Bulky. Okay. Put that up. And I don't even have to make a bunch of little poofs of it. I can just do a couple pieces. Cut them a little shorter than that, but yeah, that gives it a little something. No iridescent. Okay. How come you don't like iridescent? Alright, that's what I'm going to do. I put iridescent on my mom. I was so stinking proud of how that daggum custom cutout turned out. So proud. Move this right here so it's beside me. It has its place. Okay. Alright, I guess I'm going to put them in between there so if they can see that at all, it won't cover it up. I should have done this before I glued this on, but I got ahead of myself. It is all good. That's what it is. That is what it needed. And I don't mind that it's going in between the flower petals. I don't mind that at all. I guess it really doesn't matter what I mind. The flower petals are glued down, so I don't have much choice. That worked better. I might just stick one right here. Or I might not. I might not add any more. Just a couple little pieces up there did enough. Y'all remember, I still have to put the center in it. So yeah, that will work. Alright. I still have to cover up staples. Put a trinket at the bottom of this. I've already tied on all my footballs. And on this one, I used my curly ribbon. I glued these back on. Let me see. Senior. I just bought senior stars. There they are. No custom cutouts for them. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I'm going to finish this one, backer and all, with the back and get it cleaned up. And I just threw that on the floor. And then I'm going to get off here and maybe try to go to bed early. Alright, here is my trick. And I've showed y'all this before. Instead of gluing these straight down to the flower, I put a chenille stem on the back. And I'm not attaching this right this second, but finger protector. And then I'm going to use this chenille stem to attach it to the center of that flower. I'm going to let that chill a minute. And I think I only have one other staple to cover up on here. And since we're doing... No, I need to make sure I have enough of this left. Let me just make a quick bow out of this. I've got plenty of it. I call this an awareness ribbon or cheer bow, whatever you want to call it. And I'm going to put this on top of the homecoming where that staple is. I don't know how y'all work clean. There's no way for me to do that, I don't believe. And I cut that too short. And then I cut it too short again. Alright. I'm going to staple this sucker on top. So, I had a full ribbon spool of this Mylar homecoming ribbon. And I just cut out each individual homecoming word. And I use these on the less expensive mums. Staple it on top. And it makes the wording stand out Let's see. Currently doing a similar homecoming arch trinket head just above the flower. I'm not really at the beginning. I'm able to keep control of the chaos. Then it's a disaster. I will happily share a picture of my table yesterday. Miss K, I don't let people see, or Diana, I don't let people see my floor. I did in my little walkthrough because it was clean, semi. And then I'm just going to staple this on right here. I think I'm going to have to put a little bit of glue on it because I don't think I left enough of this one end to hold it there. And that will cover that part of the staple up. I am going to put a little touch under here just to be safe. Just because they're inexpensive doesn't mean I want them to fall apart. Okay. Centerpiece, this is dry. And I'm going to take this and twist it. And then I'm going to put my glue, now see, right down in the middle of this flower. And set the senior in on it. I'm putting the pipe cleaner in the flower, in that glue spot. And if I don't get it exactly in the middle, I can still move it around. And then I'm going to take my fingers and squish the glue up around that pipe cleaner in there. Y'all, I tried before I got on here to find a better camera angle, and I just cannot. Of course, that doesn't help being in front of it. I cannot find a better camera angle. Backer. Clean backer. I cut these out at the very beginning. And these are the ones I cut at 6 inches and decided I needed to do them at 8. So that's an excessive amount of staples, but I don't want them coming apart. Let me find, there's a white satin I can use. And I'm just using this to cover up the staples on the backer. Yeah, sorry. Move that out of the way. Clear line. And this is how I attach. I'm not putting a neck thing on this because they're going to be on a sash. I made that one a little bit too long, but that covers up those staples. Let me cut off this excess. And that gives you that clean backer. I still need one trinket on here, y'all. Alright. I'm going to bring out the big guns on this one. And I know it's about out of glue. And I overflowed my glue here on this side. Not even done, and I'm ashamed of my floor. I can see fine. That's been something I've had worked so hard to figure out, camera angles. Yes. It annoys me. I'm just going to be honest. Sitting here worrying about whether y'all can see or not. And then I'm going to just put this through here, and I'll just use this safety pin to secure it to the side of the sashes. And I am not making the sashes for homecoming court. It's just too much. I purchased them from a local business. They give us a great deal on them. And the king and queen sashes are actually satin embroidered. So, alright, I need a trinket on the bottom of this. Let me grab one real quick. I need to make sure that I have enough of them. Let me put touchdown on it. I have a lot of these popping off that hang tag. And I'm just going to attach it to the bottom of this, and that actually extends the length of this braid. Okay, let me make sure I don't need to add anything else to this. They're sashes, so I don't have to put homecoming court. I don't have to put anything on there because their sashes are going to say queen candidate, king candidate, freshman, lord and lady, all that stuff. So I don't have to put any of that on here. Okay, tilting y'all up because y'all, I'm delirious and yeah, I'm tired. So super simple, super inexpensive, and I've got 3 more of these to make and then 3 more of the other colors. And now that I've done this one, I'll just go pull all the ones. I'll go pull everything that I need for them, get everything cut, and just assembly line it. And then I'll figure out the garters for the guys, because I got to do them all exactly the same. So this one at least is done, and it can get the heck out of my craft room. And I was watching my last live. Why didn't y'all tell me? I was my ADD was all over the place. All over the place. And y'all didn't say, Connie, you need to take a breath and quit giggling. I was laughing. I went back and watched it. I'm like, they ain't coming back to watch me. That was ridiculous. Oh, I want to show y'all. See? ADD came up. I want to show y'all something that I picked up on clearance at Hobby Lobby. After I show y'all the cross that I made to go in one of my senior mums. A girl I've done her mum for 8 years now. So this is one of those deals that has, it was the 2-sided and it had this. It has the thing in it to where it would glow in the back. And I thought that I would leave it like that and just recess it into her flower. And didn't work. So I just took it all off, painted it silver. The silver didn't do anything for me. Dollar Tree, y'all. And with a bling thing in the middle, and I put my glitter. I finally used my glitter. But, hang on. This is another Hyla made me do it thing. I went and I found that green ribbon with the black and white stripes. Found it. And I found my big jingle bells. And I bought the big disco balls. And then I bought these. Now, when I saw them, I was like, what the heck are they thinking? Putting something out like this. Original price, $12. Okay, you see how old it is? You see how yellowed it is? I was like, eh. And I saw them and I'm like, let me open that up. That flower is as white as can be. I am pulling this flower right off of here. Throwing this sucker away. It cost me 71 cents. And I can't buy this flour for 71 cents. But look at that. $12 for that, y'all. I was like, seriously? Anyway, so yeah. I bought all the ones they had because, like I said, you can't buy this flour for 71 cents. And I'm going to use these for rings and shoes. So, yeah. I think that was it. I got this, Hyla. I got it in the mail. And I don't know where to put my tip. Let's see. I found some Deco Mesh lights at Dollar Tree in green, purple. And, okay, so the Deco Mesh tubing lights, I use those. But I only buy them in the white and silver and at Christmas time. Yeah, and this is all I use in my mums. And I've got like 20 of them. Because every time I see them, I buy them. But yeah, I don't know how to get the tip on. I got it in, and it came with the tip. And I was like, how in the world do I get this tip on? Where does the tip go? But this is where is it? I bought these for my royal icing, and when they came in, they were so tiny. You could use this for anything. But this is Aleene's Tacky Glue, and this is what I used on the glitter cardstock. And it actually held together. So, fits over the top of this, and it stays on. Try not to lose my needle. Yeah, when Hyla showed us what she used for the glue, I'm like, hey, I have like 5 of these little tiny bottles, and they all came with that tip in it, with the needle that goes in. But it doesn't secure down. Oh, you just have to push really hard, huh? Okay. All right. I will try it. Now I can't get it off. Well, it's not. I don't want to take it. Doggone it. I haven't even opened it. I just pushed it down on there too hard. Okay. Really? Oh, there we go. Got it. I want it back safely in its little case so I don't lose it. The lid just sits. Oh, the lid sits on top of this. Okay. So you don't store it with the needle inside it? That doesn't go there. That goes there. So I have a bag full of these to pull apart, because y'all ain't afraid of taking stuff apart. Y'all might just see me cutting all these little pieces of ribbon off. Alright, this sucker is done. I am going to eat dinner, I think. Water-based needle. Oh. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to find some dinner. That needs something right there. I can't leave it like that. I'm going to have to put something right there. Maybe I need to hang it up and walk away and come back. And turn your glue brown. That I do not need that. Okay. Alright, y'all. Before I fall asleep up here talking to y'all, I am going to go. I will, wrist mums, shoe mums, halo mums, and, yeah, I don't know exactly when, but, it's going to happen. I'm going to have to do lives because I'm not going to have any time to film and edit and upload, but I don't want to lose my momentum because it's going pretty good. And then, well, I am going to film, say one thing and I do another. I am going to film the giveaway video. And then the live I do right before it goes up, I will give all of my friends that are on here chatting with me extra entries into it. So, because I need it gone before the end of homecoming. And I am at 618. Y'all, it's going up quick. So, I'm getting super, super excited. So, yeah. Alright, y'all. Thank you for joining me. I'm going to shut my mouth. Go stuff my face with my leftovers. And, get some sleep. Because, tomorrow's the first homecoming game. Hyla, what time are you going? Not homecoming game. First home game. What time are you going live tomorrow? I might be at the daggum football field. It's coming up slow. I'm just trying to figure out what time Hyla's going to be live. You can text me. Put it here. I don't know what time. I thought you said... Oh, game doesn't start till 7:30, so we got some time. Alright. I'll still probably be up there, but I'll be able to watch. It's Matthew's first marching as a senior. Alright, y'all. I'll see y'all soon. Thanks. Bye.